I'm Josh Lizotte, CEO, co-founder of Rebel Coast. We are a California-based cannabis beverage manufacturer. We first launched a de-alkalized cannabis-infused wine. That has now morphed into 2 flavors of wine, champagnes, and also seltzers with many other beverages in the mix. I'm just going to chat with you about our story, what we've gone through on the marketing side, specifically focusing on direct-to-consumer and delivery sales. So with this, when direct-to-consumer, you want to build a full store website. So with the direct-to-consumer, not just a delivery partner. Delivery partners, where in California at least, there's hundreds of delivery services where each of those own companies have their own website, and they may carry 1, 2, 3 of your SKUs. But with a full direct-to-consumer website, it's embedded in your own website. So if you go to rebelcoast.com, it is a buy now button, and it goes to a full portfolio of all of our products on our store website. And it looks like you're buying it directly from us, so we get to interact with the consumer. We get to collect the data, the consumer data, but in reality, we are not a licensed delivery service. So we've partnered up with a delivery service in California that's statewide, who carries our entire portfolio, and we sell directly on our website, which is delivered within an hour anywhere throughout the state. This allows us to collect consumer data, which is really usually hard to get in California, at least from the dispensaries. They want to give away their data without usually making you pay an exorbitant amount of money, which is just not reasonable to us. So having your own direct-to-consumer website really allows you to collect consumer data, age, demographics, female, male, but also buying patterns, which is really helpful. We've seen the buying patterns, what flavors, what SKUs do the best. The frequency of orders really helps you target and see what SKUs you should continue pursuing or transition to other SKUs as well. With this, you need to have a really good distribution partner, not just about having the right delivery partner, you need to have the right distribution partner as well. In California, we've gone through probably 3 or 4 different distributors throughout the life of Rebel Coast since 2018. And like we all know, beverages aren't big sellers. They're less margin for the manufacturer, but also distributor, less volume there. So they're not all very enthusiastic about having a beverage on their platform. So they're not going to push your brand as much as they should. We have transitioned to in-house distribution, have our own in-house sales team, because our sales team believes in the brand, believes in what we're doing, and they can focus on our brand and our other brands as well to give us more sell-through, more volume to our retail partners. Again, go back to our store checkout. We're embedding this in with our delivery partners and also our distributor as well. Our distributors have their own API or their own websites. We can buy directly through them on a wholesale basis for our retail partners. But again, they are also they like the brand, they believe in the brand, believe in the products. So you need to have a really good distribution partner, otherwise it's just not going to work out very well. So they're the ones pushing it, talking to the bud tenders, talking to the buyers, pushing the brand, pushing the products, and educating them on why we should have cannabis beverages in the market. Again, back to our website as well, our website and our distributor's website. We use like Google Analytics to collect more consumer data and just traffic, see where the traffic's coming from, what website did they get to ours. Just data is king in cannabis. We need to have as much data as we can, ideally without paying for a ton of it. Talk about marketing in our dispensaries and our distribution partners as well. So what we've noticed in California, we like to say our brands are not developed in a boardroom. A lot of buyers, consumers, bud tenders can say this brand was just made up by a bunch of guys in a boardroom. There's no brand story. So Rebel Coast, we have a really unique brand story. We started off as an alcoholic wine company, traditional wine, what we consider a virtual wine company. So in 2012, Rebel Coast was launched as a virtual wine company. It's a counterculture winery. Not your typical pretentious mom and pop winery. We're wild, we're crazy, we're weird. We're the millennial, the young wine company. So we have a really unique brand story, and that transitioned into cannabis in 2018. And being able to pitch that story and where we've been and where we're going through, it really emulates with our consumers, with the bud tenders, and with the buyers as well. So you have to make yourself different, If you're not differentiating yourself from the market, you're just some typical brand, some lazy brand, they're not going to buy it. They're not going to believe in the brand. So you need to have a really good story. If you don't, they're not really going to buy it. We've heard many times from dispensaries and buyers and bud tenders, they don't like the brand of a company because they don't like the story. They don't like the people. They can't interact with them. With us, you can interact directly with us. We literally you can go to our website. You can talk to us directly on social media, and it's us. It's not some bot doing it like in social media. They may be talking directly to me or my vice president of marketing. And once they realize who we are, they may not believe us that it is us talking to them, but it really does emulate because we're the ones DMing you, commenting back and forth. So again, really need to be in tune with the consumer, your buyer, the bud tenders. Sell that story, sell the brand, so they believe in it. They're excited about it. If they're not going to buy it. And with this, building your partnerships still. Obviously, with statewide delivery services, I recommend going with the built-in API with usually one good partner works. I know every state is different. California, we are lucky to have statewide delivery services. We've gone in the past, we had multiple delivery services carrying our products, and it just wasn't as fluid, wasn't as easy on us or the consumer. So jumping over to one or two statewide delivery partners really makes it easy on the brand perspective and the consumer's, the buying experience as well. We also like to, pitch what we can do for our distribution and retail partners as well. It's not like what they can do to us. Yes, we need to say sell our product for us, but what will we do for them? So social media is big. On the marketing front, Instagram is one of our key marketing platforms in cannabis. Unfortunately, it's so regulated. So we do recommend building a good social media platform that's interactive. You want followers, but it's all about the interaction you're getting and the engagement. So a lot of time what we'll do with our retail partners, they'll post about us, put us in their story, and we reciprocate that. We'll put it back on our story, post about it, directing traffic to those retail sites. So they're getting something out of us too. It's not just us as a one-sided relationship. We want it to be beneficial for both of us. We'll help you out, you help us out selling our actual products. Wrong button. Also, partnerships with this. You need to partner with the bud tenders themselves. So your sales team can only do so much. Yes, they sell the brand, sell the product, but if the bud tender doesn't like the product, they're not going to pitch it. They are the real salespeople for any of the brand, any cannabis product. It's all about the bud tenders. We've noticed this a lot. It doesn't matter if you're in 50 stores or 100 stores. If only 2 of those bud tenders like you're not going to have any volume. You're just not going to be any sell-through. So really be in tune with your bud tenders, educate them. And what we do with Rebel Coast, we do a lot of customer appreciation days, vendor days, patient appreciation days, whatever you want to call them in your state. And that really gets them involved. So we do training days, let alone with the bud tenders themselves, and then we actually go onto the dispensary floor with our team of brand ambassadors and actually educating the customers and the bud tenders about the product, about the brand story. You need to educate people about why 10 milligrams in a beverage hits you differently, affects you differently than, say, a gummy or a chocolate or a brownie. It is absolutely different. And education is absolutely key for any part of the beverage industry to succeed in cannabis. We need to educate the consumers, and our customer appreciation days really helped push our brand, push the beverage category forward, and improve our volume in sales and build relationships with our bud tenders. During those events, we would definitely give away samples to our bud tenders. Everybody likes free things. Everybody likes a freebie. Getting them excited about the brand is absolutely crucial, and I will always say that you have to have the bud tenders as your ending sales force, because if they're not excited about it, they're not going to sell it, you're not going to succeed. And going back to education, bud tender appreciation days, and also just bud tender education days. We had a team that would go in there once a month and educate our bud tenders about the product, about the brand, giving them samples and telling them about the new products coming up, so they're getting hyped for it, they're getting ready for it, so they actually love it and they want to sell it. If they don't want to sell it, you're not going to do well. That's really about it. Again, focusing on direct-to-sale platform on your website that includes all of your portfolios, focus on education and bud tender appreciation days and customer appreciation days to get the customer and the bud tenders enthusiastic about your brand, about the project, educate them on why they should carry our product and our beverages and why beverages are different than traditional edibles and cannabis. I'm going to open it up for questions. Anything you guys like to ask, marketing, branding, or just cannabis beverages in general, please go ahead. Anybody? Okay. I guess that will conclude it then. Oh, question, sure.
Pointing about IG and posts and things like that. For marketing, what have you seen as far as like ads are concerned, where I see people who are utilizing ads for products having to do with cannabis? How does that correlate with actually being able with their algorithm for removing cannabis related?
Good question. So we have been on the dark side of Instagram. We've been banned. We've been shadow banned and blocked for a while. And what we do, so I go back to when a dispensary something posts about our product, we'll repost it. We're very careful on the language of what we say and what the dispensary said. We have been banned if, say, dispensary XYZ is saying, hey, get Rebel Coast for 10% off, or there's the actual definitive price on there. That's where Instagram gets you. So you need to stay away from all pricing or discounts, because that's when we've been banned multiple times, just by reposting that. So what we do is we'll direct them to that specific dispensary, but don't mention anything about price or discounts or anything, because that's where you get in trouble. And it was actually pricing listed for cannabis.
So you haven't had any like images, like say for instance, like the cannabis plant, not an actual plant itself, but just the image of the plant. Have you had any problems with anything?
No, we haven't had any image problems for just the cannabis in general. They do come after. We've been blocked on an image where there's someone's consuming cannabis, so we do stay away from that too. We kind of have to blur the lines a little bit, but consumption and pricing is where they really get you, so we stay away from that, because we've been banned like countless times. Luckily we've been able to retrieve the account again, but that's where they ding us on.
When you've been banned, what do they?
It's like shadow banned.
Shadow banned. Okay, so once you've been shadow banned, like how do you recover from that?
So yeah, it's just a matter of time before they let you back for that.
Okay, so there's
yeah, it's a matter of time. Like you can't get out of a shadow ban. They just like renew it after a set amount of time. And it's been like months at times for us. And with the shadow ban, you just lose your reach of consumers. So our page is still active, but it's just that our reach gets blocked because of specific keywords.
Have you guys recovered well after that?
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's just those specific posts, they're not getting, a couple 100,000, the reach of it, but it does come back for sure.
It does come back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, one more question.
Yeah. Keep going.
So as far as like ads are concerned, so I've seen posts where people actually have a cannabis plant in there. So I'm gonna use this. I believe the people are called Cannabrush, where they have a brush for I guess after you.
That's
trim,
the trimming one, right?
Yeah, the trimming brush. The trimming brush. They actually have images of cannabis on their ad. How are they able to have that image on an ad that everyone can see?
So you're allowed to have images of the cannabis plant. So I know a lot of cultivators in California, everything, especially on a cultivation standpoint, like your cultivating company, right. You're showing your flower, you're showing your jars, you're showing your grow rooms. They're not getting dinged on that anymore. Previously, historically, yes, it was a ding, it was not good, but now we're getting more leeway on being allowed to have cannabis plants and the pictures of cannabis itself on there. They're not really coming after people with that.
Only products though. Why are they coming out to cannabis products then as well?
Well, what we've seen personally is consumption of it. But I still see a lot of people on their Instagram smoking a blunt, smoking a joint. Right. But we've personally been dinged on it. But other companies are just going after it. Since Instagram is such a big part of marketing in cannabis, unfortunately, it's one of our only channels. We're a little more hesitant of what we don't want to push the boundaries too much because we've been banned before and blocked. Other companies are just going for it, so they're being more lenient on it. But I still don't see many people posting pricing or discounts. Definitely directing to stores, but the images are okay.
Images okay. So we have a Flatwater D8 Delta 8 company. So what we have done is try to post, try to do ads on there, but they've been getting removed.
Oh, you're doing actual Instagram ads?
Ads, yes. Yeah. But the company Cannabrush, they actually have Instagram ads as well.
Yeah,
process them.
And I think it's more recently I've been seeing more and more ads myself, and I'm surprised Instagram's letting them go through.
They are, and I mean, I see them multiple times a day, and it's just kind of baffling to me how they are actually able to show the actual plant itself and equipment in use, but we can't even just show just a picture. Like our ad didn't have any consumption involved in it. It was literally just the physical bottle itself.
Yeah, so I have seen, so that's unfortunate happened to you guys. We have seen some retaliation between brands. You know, it's like, oh, I don't like your brand, so I can report you. And I'm going to have 50 of my friends report you, then that gets Instagram's attention. We've seen some retaliatory issues like in that front, but I agree. I've seen more and more ads coming online, and I'm surprised Instagram's allowing it and these companies just doing it. They're just going for it.
Right.
You know, and unfortunately, we're not going to do that ourselves. You know, I'd love to be able to do ads. I've spoken to Google, and they want to work with us, but you know, so you have to make a different website. It's hemp. It can't be THC. It's all this back end stuff. And I'm still very surprised Instagram is allowing more and more of those ads to come online, because I've seen actual products, not just the Cannabis. I've seen actual like CBD, THC products on the ads itself recently. Yeah, dude, it's getting kind of weird, and I'm so very, very surprised by it.
Yeah, now I can't even, I mean, I'd love to even get to that point, but we can't even get to that point where our ads are actually being shown, are actually going through.
Have you asked them why? Have they reached out or just said no?
No, so we have a marketing team that actually that's doing it, a marketing company that's doing it.
Yeah, third party. Yeah.
They had said they've reached out and haven't had any response just yet as to exactly why. They've tried to do like a breakdown of the tearing down the page itself and rebuilding it and changing the logo to make it not have a cannabis plant involved in it. But even still,
it's still not flying.
Still not flying. So I don't know. Do you possibly have any marketing companies that know anything like that?
So we work. We have an in-house marketing that we do. All of our marketing is in-house. But yes, we do have one marketing branding company that I may be able to lead you in the direction to. Daniel's actually been walking around the floor. He actually helped us with all of our rebranding. We went through a big Rebel Coast rebrand about 2 years ago. Okay. He's excellent on branding, marketing, and compliance things. He may be someone you want to talk to about it.
Could you point in his direction?
Yeah, we'll link up after this, and I'll give you his email address for sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. He may be able to help.
Thank you. I appreciate you answering my laundry list of questions.
Hey, it's all good. That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, and if that's it, oh wait, you back there. Man, this is so bright.
Thanks. For your DTC model with the 1 hour delivery, is that product with dispensaries and retailers, or how does that? How does that fulfillment?
Yeah, so we teamed up with it's a company called Ganja Runner Buddy. They're a statewide delivery service, so they're not a storefront. We actually have delivery licenses in California, and they have depots all over the state. So when I say 1 hour, it's mainly the metropolitan areas of California. You're not going to get a 1 hour delivery in Fresno, somewhere in the middle of the state, but the bigger areas of the bigger cities, it'll be 1 hour. So we've teamed up with them, and they have a warehouse of our products, and they get an order from our website, and they have drivers going out to deliver them. And luckily, that goes back to building a good partner. We've worked with them for a few years now. We were actually their first company to launch the beta website. They were their own delivery service where you'd go to buddy.com and you buy a product, and we were the first to have them embed their API in our website. And with that, we actually helped them put small refrigeration systems in their delivery vehicles too, so then our products are delivered cold, so somebody can open it up, drink it right away, instead of wait and put it in the fridge for a few hours for it to get cold. But yes, to answer your question, it's a delivery service, multiple depots throughout the state to have that quick delivery service. In California, like I said, we have hundreds of delivery services, and they're usually very local. So this one delivers in LA, this LA vicinity, and there's a couple hour delivery time. Finding the right partner who actually has the reach and the capital to actually build their own business and have multiple different metropolitan areas is really crucial when you're going after a one company delivery service for your brand. Anybody else? Okay, well thank you guys.